1,043 players walked into history.
No gamble, no future, okay?
I play from the heart, not the head.
Isn't it better to have flopped and lost than to never have flopped at all?
Taking their shot at glory only the World Series of Poker can provide.
I have a flush, you know that, right?
Y'all want to do a round of under the gun blind rate? I'm just here to gamble, I'm honest.
Ace of spades.
Tonight, the chip leader, the short stack, and everyone in between make their final push to a championship. The 2023 World Series of Poker Main Event is about to have its final table.
I don't know how I get these chips. Where did I get them? I don't know. Seriously.
My name is Remko Rinkema. Donnie Peters alongside me as Juan Maceiras, Norman Chad, and Maria Ho are on the commentary on PokerGO.com. We're providing you with a little bit of a preview of that action here on day 8 as we look at Toby Lewis, one of the top pros left in the field today. Can Toby make the final table? We're going to find out today here on the feed. He's got 50 million, 5 out of 15 good chances for Mr. Lewis as we look at Daniel Holzner from Milan, Italia in the house still. Holzner has been very impressive so far, but he's got an uphill battle. 14.7 million, one of the shorter stacks still left in the event. Donnie, what a day lies ahead for us. The final players guaranteed $430,000. The next payout over $500,000, and of course, closing in on $1 million payout because the final 9 are guaranteed $900K. And this is our chip leader, Juan Maceiras.
I love this day. Play down to the final table. Let's go.
Let us know in the chat who your favorite player is. If you're enjoying our coverage, please smash that like button and subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch channels. And here's a look at Alec Torelli, one of the more known players left in the field, known online as Trajejo. He is 13 out of 15, one of the shorter stacks still in the event, but of course, given his experience, we got to give him a real shot. Here's a look at our leaderboard presented by Storm X, Adam Walton in second place, and the German legend, Jan-Peter Jachtmann, the PLO specialist, has been playing poker since 1995. 70 million chips is what he brings into day number 8. And Cong Pham at the bottom of the counts, 8.7 million. Donnie, we've seen crazier things than short stacks running it up to the final table.
Yeah, of course we have. As long as you're in, as long as you have chips, I've said it before, I'll say it again, you got a ticket to the dance.
A ticket to the dance is what these players are all vying for. I am so hyped up. I may or may not have had too much coffee today. I didn't even need it because the adrenaline is high enough. Let's find out to see who makes the main event final table here. Whew, I'm out of breath. Maceiras, by the way, Donnie, his range is basically Gus Hansen 2001.
I can't wait. Very aggressive player by nature, willing to get in there and get creative with things, so can't wait to see how he maneuvers with this chip stack of more than 100 million.
Maceiras raising it up to 1.6 here with the Jack 7 of hearts. Shout out to Deportivo La Coruña, the team that he roots for. Of course, classic team from Spain. My fellow Dutchman, Roy Mackay, played for them for quite a few years. Always love it when poker players have sports jerseys on. We've seen it many times with Americans. Don't see it too often with the Europeans. But Donnie, if the jersey is any indication, he's set up for success because we've seen this game before.
We have. Ryan Reese, 1 in a jersey. Greg Merson, 1 in a jersey.
Joe McKeon,
1 in a jersey. I mean, it's pretty much destiny if you just wear a jersey.
Maceiras here heads up on the flop against Payne. Flops a jack. This man, if you're unfamiliar and you're watching this for the first time, is a maniac. Certified maniac. I've covered him on the EPT for many years. And Josh Payne cannot out-maniac Maceiras, who claimed that he had no idea how he won the chips. He doesn't remember, Donnie.
He remembers. Betting and raising. That's all you need to know.
Payne here with pocket eights. Second best. Maceiras check behind, so we're on the turn here. 9 of clubs.
Check. Check.
Board pairs on the river. Donnie, perhaps Maceiras going for some value here with his jack?
Yeah, after the turn went check, check. He can target hands just like Payne has. It looks like Payne's going to be the one leading out here.
Bet 1.4.
Payne pretty aggressive in his own right. You know, we've seen this from him many times.
Oh. 2 pair.
No good.
Oh, shit. And there it is. The chip leader draws first blood on day 8 of the main event. Donnie, give some context here. Day 8 is not something we say often in the main event.
It isn't. They added a day this year. So this is kind of the added day. I know it's in the middle of things, but it's been added.
Here's Kara Scott with Juan Maceiras.
I'm here with the chip leader, Juan Maceiras. Day 8 of the main event World Series, the largest that we have ever had. What is it like to come in and sit at this table with that many chips?
Well, it's like a dream come true, you know, but as I said yesterday, long way to go. So just trying to isolate from everything is going on outside and just thinking on the game and trying to do my best, playing my best, and get through the final table.
And we just found out that your father is actually one of the original crushers online. Your family dynasty for poker is immense. But what would this title actually do? Would it surpass that legend, do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. What my dad did was something that never happened before. He's got the best rank for online tournaments. He won Sunday Million twice and every single tournament on PokerStars. So I don't know. I don't like comparisons. So.
It'd be amazing to have both the live and the online titles here for your family. I know we're going to be heading into the table soon. Good luck today. Thank you.
Raise to 1.6.
Juan Maceiras' dad, also Juan Maceiras, known as Viet Cong 01 on PokerStars. This man known as Loco Boy, and he really honors his online handle. Maceiras living in Venezuela right now. Took
Former Team PokerStars Pro as well.
And took 5 years off poker, Donnie, before coming back.
Yeah, I mean, if you look up his Hendon Mop, the last cash you'll see, 2018, a Rio Daily Deep Stacks, which is crazy.
That is
now
absurd.
He's here in the final 15 chip, leading the final 15 of the WSOP main event.
Cannot imagine what it is like to be in this spot. I saw someone tweet out earlier, I think it was Derek Walters, the ICM chop of the final 15. It makes your stomach turn looking at those numbers, Donnie.
Yeah, I think just a straight chop right now, if all the players were to just take equal money, is around 2.4, 2.5 million, which is incredible. Of course, you get to this point, you're guaranteed over 400,000. You're about to hit a pay jump to $500,000. It's hard not to just be like, we got to play for the win. 12.1 million, let's go. That's retirement money, man.
Ukraine still represented in the main event as well. Prydryk, 8-4 of hearts in position. Could see him attack the blinds here. The last time a Ukrainian made the main event final table, it was Anton Makievsky, one of the youngest players to ever make the main event final table. Played a very aggressive, almost Dario Minieri-esque style. Fell short of the win that year, but we'll forever remember his play in the main event. Let's see if Prydryk can do it for Ukraine this year. Payne raising it up on the button. Jachtmann with the call. Torelli here in the big blind. Queen 8 offsuit.
Call.
We got some three-way action here, Donnie. What do you think about the approach of Payne in particular? 6-5 off, raising on the button against Torelli with a short stack in the big blind.
I mean, I think it's par for the course for Payne. You know, we've seen him get aggressive, and he's going to be aggressive, especially the later the position that comes to him on the table here. The latest position possible, the button. Both Jachtmann and Torelli whiff here, and Payne's going to keep on the gas. Gets it through.
Sorry.
Well done by the youngster. He's 24 years old, Remko. Still a college student. Georgia Tech. Not sure if he's going to be going back to class in the next semester, but you know.
Heard he's friends with Daniel Weinman, who's also still in the event.
You're right.
Here's a look at some numbers. The biggest main event ever, over 10,000 entries. Juan Maceiras currently 18.6% of all the chips in play. And, of course, the last woman standing from France, Estelle Coyouet, 68th place. 1 year, Donnie. 1 year we'll see a woman at the main event final table. Shout out Barbara Enright, the last one to do it back in 1995. We have that main event final table, by the way, on PokerGO.com if you want to dive deep into some poker history. If you're catching us on YouTube right now, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I don't want to brag. We've picked up over 50,000 YouTube subscribers in the last 28 days. So much love for everyone who has recently joined our community. We are posting highlights and big hands, analysis, all sorts of stuff on our channel. So if you're new to us, please subscribe to our channel and never miss another big moment of poker history.
Tremendo, chaval.
Jose Aguilera, Donnie, representing Mexico, but originally also from Spain, from Madrid.
Good for the Spaniards.
Currently 15 players remaining. We're playing down to the final 9. This is a preview of our action on PokerGo.com. Juan Maceiras, Norman Chad, Maria Ho doing the commentary right there. Prydryk with a raising hand.
Raised to 1.6.
Ace-10 offsuit. Donnie, when you're in this situation, regardless of your stack size, are you just trying to make the final table, make those pay jumps because there's so much value in playing carefully, or is the structure too good to sit back because there is no guarantee, no matter what your chip stack is, that you're going to make it?
Certainly no guarantees, no guarantees in poker in any tournament, let alone the WSOP Main Event. I think the structure, being as good as it is, does allow you to sit back a little bit and be a little bit more patient than you might need to be in some other events. That said, I don't think you just want to limp your way into the final table. So it's kind of a blend. You want to play your game, you want to move up, you want to chip up, put yourself in true contention to ultimately go on to win the thing. But, on the other side, you don't just want to totally blow up and torch your stack, because ton of equity here, ton of money on the line, all that sort of stuff.
Aguilera and Prydryk on the turn now. We are keeping track of both tables in the main event. If a big hand happens on our secondary table, we'll swing on over with our cameras and give you the update. Of course, a long way to go still. 15 down to 9. Could take 6 to 8 hours with how good the structure is. Currently 3 short stacks in the tournament below 20 big blinds, and they all happen to be on that outer table. Torelli, right now the only player at this table below 20 big, so I guess we now have 4 players below 20 big blinds. Prydryk catches a pair of aces on the river. Looks like he's reaching for some chips.
Bet 1.5.
Prydryk takes it down.
It's weird that you guys have no rail. I'm just like waiting for the screaming when you win a hand and then it doesn't come. And I'm like,
it's actually really nice.
I'm like, it is
like, because if they
more chill.
do it for everyone, it just, every hand becomes a circus. It's nice that
they're too hungover. Their rail.
Yeah.
seen them in a bit, maybe.
Is Alec Torelli complaining about the excitement of the main event?
Yeah, I saw it. Like, it was just rad.
How can you complain about that?
I want louder rails. I want vuvuzelas. I want people drinking beers out of shoes.
At 2, you know, 10 hours, you know.
Well, we have previously talked about how the British rails have kind of gone away. They were a thing, you know, several years ago, but kind of fizzled out a bit. But we got some potential for some big British rails here.
22, right?
Yes.
I'm sure they'll be having a blast. I'm sure they'll be drinking. I'm sure we'll see a shoe bomb.
Hutchinson on our outer table brought quite the rail last night. Ludovic Gaelic, Tom Middleton, saw a whole bunch of players cheering him on, so I can only imagine that if he manages to make a run, we're going to see some crazy scenes. And of course, those players might also be rooting for Toby Lewis at the same time, Donnie.
Yeah, you know, blend of friendships, blend of communities. Understandable. Aguilera here limps in from the small blind. Weinman's in the big blind with the 10-5 off. He's going to check. Heads up to the flop here between these two. Weinman, the shorter stack of the two. He's got 25 big blinds to work with. Jack 6-3, 2 clubs. Both players whiffing this flop, but Aguilera's ace high still good.
Weinman caught a major break during play yesterday. Set over set, which launched him up to over 30 million chips. And he's sort of been, you know, keeping it level, keeping it steady ever since.
Weinman comes with 1.2 million and Aguilera makes the call. King on the turn. Another check over to Weinman here. $3.2 million is the bet from Weinman. Good recognition on his part that he's likely not going to be able to win this unless he blows Aguilera off the hand, which is what he's trying to do here. Aguilera does give it up. Well done by Weinman there.
I'll be your rail.
Thank you, Josh. Here for you too,
Let's hear from Daniel Weinman and see what this is like for him.
It's awesome to be, you know, final 20 in the main event right now. I mean, I've played this tournament 15 years in a row. I've only cashed it one time before, and I think I made middle of day 5 or so. And you always see, you know, your friends going deep, and you think, I mean, it's never going to happen to me. And you kind of have this feeling that you're going to get one shot, and this is my opportunity.
This is a TV show.
Sounds a little bit like, you know, Eminem. One shot, one opportunity.
Shot,
Mom spaghetti. Weinman from Atlanta, Georgia. No longer a poker pro.
Nah, you know, but he still plays a bit. I mean,
had Josh Arya and Sean Deep on the rail last night. Runs in some successful circles.
Yeah, and I think he came out for the summer, you know, was here for a week or two or so. Wasn't running hot, wasn't really having a good time. Went home for a month, came back out for the tail end here, and now we see him down to the final 15 of the WSOP main event with his one shot.
One opportunity.
That's of course. He's got an opportunity here, of course, to pick up some more chips. Aguilera opens on the button with King 8, and Weinman's got 2 10s in the small blind. With these positions, I would expect a 3-bet coming here from Weinman. There is that 3-bet. 5.4 million.
Big spot.
It's a big spot.
He said it's a big spot. I mean, it's a fair, that's a fair statement.
Good read.
I believe Aguilera commented that Weinman looked nervous, and Weinman quickly answered, well, it's a big spot. I mean, it is a big spot, very big spot. We'll see what Aguilera wants to do here. You know, some players these days like to get a little bit crazy with the king and baby card, you know.
Aguilera doesn't want to be taken advantage of, but ultimately realizes that King 8 is not the hand to battle with.
Big swing, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Doesn't say much about his hand, but it's a fair statement in that spot. Yeah.
It's a spot, yeah.
Right.
Fuck, y'all got me. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah. Exposed.
I think it's only natural to be nervous at this point. If you're not nervous, you can't be human.
Donnie, I'm nervous, and I'm not even at the damn table.
Very true. Very true.
Day 7 domination here. Look at these guys just racking up the chips over the course of day 7. And here it is, finally, to the secondary table.
Let's go.
Everyone in the chat clamoring for some updates from this table. I promise you, we won't miss a big hand today. Every single major moment will get shown. What do we got here? I heard the word all in.
So did I. We're going to need to get that graphic off the screen, though, so we can see what's going on.
Someone kick the graphics guy in the shins. We got a big moment here.
Walton is a... Oh, here we go.
Oh, wow. Okay, Holzner raised. O'Neal all in. Pham all in. O'Neal's going to be at risk here. Jack O'Neal all in and at risk, but you know they might as well both be at risk, Donnie.
Yeah, of course. Pham came into the day with 8.7 million as the shortest stack, but it looks like O'Neal has dipped down a little bit.
I've got 7.
And now he's the shortest stack, so he's the player at risk, as Remko mentioned.
Maybe I got less. I've got 7.5.
But if O'Neal were to win this, I mean, it would severely cripple Pham.
Yeah, we're playing 400, 800K, so he'd have one small blind left.
Yep. He's got more with 7-9, right?
7-9.
Yeah, I've got 7.
Probably good to mention that O'Neal is dominated here, looking for a jack desperately.
Can't forget, Pham had already paid 800K for the big blind ante, so he's got 7.9 behind.
Here's the flop, 8-6-3. No help for O'Neal. The man from London is going to need some help on the turn or the river, or his main event run will be done. It's a 4 of hearts on the turn, 3 outs, or we'll be down to the final 14. River card coming up. River card is the king of hearts.
It's been a pleasure.
And that's going to do it.
Thank you.
Jack O'Neal, the first player to hit the rail on day 8. A round of applause from the rail. A round of handshakes for the players remaining in the tournament.
Yeah.
$430,000 heading Jack O'Neal's way. But his dream of winning the main event is now over.
I know.
Donnie, Pham had less than one big blind. He's got 17.8 million.
Look at that.
God, I can't believe this.
Thank you.
It's never over until it's over.
It's never over, that's for sure.
I don't think
now 14 players left, Remko. $105,000 pay jump on the line right now.
I got chills when you said that.
Listen, the players are nervous. I can see your nervousness here in the booth.
Well, it could also be partly caffeine, but I'm definitely jazzed up. I am definitely jazzed up.
Yeah, so the player that's going to go out in 14th place also going to get $430,000, and then 13th place guaranteed $535,000.
Walton raising it up here. Pham immediately looking down at a playable hand again. Ace-Jack of spades. Donnie, Pham has been so short for so long, he might have forgotten at this point what it's like to play a flop.
Yeah, we'll see if he's able to catch some heat, catch a little rush here. I know he's behind the ace-king of Walton right now, but he can certainly make something happen with the ace-jack of spades. It's going to be heads up between them, Walton and Pham. Walton will be in position on Pham.
10, 3, 6, 2 hearts. No hearts to go around here in this confrontation.
With my raise and yeah. 17.
I should get the chips.
17 to 18.
What's that? I should get the chips.
Two tables of 7 in action now. We're going to be short-handed for a while.
You win.
If you see later, you'll be glad you play careful.
You can see my cards.
I won't look at them yet.
Oh, sound the horn.
It was a well-played conservative hand because it would have gone.
I would have go on with that hand if I didn't double up.
Well, I wish that.
Yeah, so I'm glad I double up. Yeah,
I would have been very happy to put that one in free. Not that it's like unbeatable, but like
No, that flop dead. I'm
dead. Gamble against 10 million or whatever.
No, yeah. I got lucky, again.
I think there's going to be some balancing here because with 14 players left, we see 6 players at this table. That means there's 8 at the other table, so they're going to go to 7 and 7. We'll see who gets moved over here to this secondary table.
There's a look at Toby Lewis, one of the most accomplished players still in the tournament, won a European Poker Tour event when he was 19 years old in Vila Moura, Portugal. Lucky to say that I was there when he won that event. That event, by the way, and I'm not sure if you're listening, but that was the event where Kevmath did his first ever podcast appearance.
Really?
On the Dutch Poker News podcast.
Wow.
EPT Vila Moura 2009. Shout out to Kevmath. Shout out for all the good work that he does over the summer, keeping us all updated, dealing with all you needy Twitter people.
Not a lot, okay.
Winning the blinds and antes, Toby Lewis. By the way, if you're enjoying our coverage, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. This is a preview of the action on PokerGO.com. Our delay today is 1 hour, just so you know.
Oh, this guy. Who's that?
Who's coming?
Who's coming?
Someone.
We got someone coming.
Someone with.
This is Jachtmann?
16 million.
Oh, there he is. Jan-Peter Jachtmann moving to table B. Donnie, this man could instantly seize control of the action on table B.
Oh, yes.
I could be out so many times yesterday.
You sucked out on him? Involved, has a lot of chips.
I have A5, flop top,
is not scared.
I didn't go.
Of course, can't wait to see what he's going to bring.
He's going to be exactly on the right of Toby Lewis.
How did you not go, bro? He raised you?
He min raised me, and we will come. He check. So we will come on hard.
Back to the main table.
5 million.
Sounds like a 3-bet to me.
Oh, wow. Pocket queens for Daniel Weinman.
Yeah, Juan Maceiras had opened with a min raise to 1.6 million.
Let's go,
Weinman comes with the 3-bet, makes it 5 million. Torelli's got a king, queen in the big blind. He gives it up. Maceiras also folds, and Weinman takes that one down.
Good start here for Daniel Weinman, up to 30 million chips. Pretty level corner there with Aguilera and Joshi.
A lot. Fammi sapere se cambia tanto qualcosa lì. Sì, ma se cambia qualcosa fammi sapere.
Alec Torelli talking to Israel, his mom, his wife, both in attendance. Donnie, what is this? We watch history, we make history, and then one day we become it. Kendall Roy. I'm not well versed in TV shows, but this is from Succession, I've been told. Anyone watch Succession in the chat? I've never seen it. But I will say the resemblance was uncanny.
And a fitting quote to go along with what's at stake here. I'm guessing a ton of people in the chat watch Succession.
Action on Payne. Ace deuce off. We've seen him be aggressive for many days in a row. Was the chip leader for quite a while.
Oh, thanks, Juan.
You're welcome, buddy.
You're the best.
I think we have some new chips in play as well, some 5 millions. I believe I saw those in front of Maceiras' stack.
Huh?
I'm just hibernating like a beer, you know?
Yeah. Just waiting for the
Hibernating like a bear.
I don't know when
Can never be too careful, Juan.
Okay, what?
Can never be too careful. Yeah.
Let's see when the beer gets out of the
cave.
Yeah.
Bravo.
That's right. Sometimes you eat the bear, Remko, and sometimes the bear eats you.
Juan Maceiras hibernating. That just means he folded 2 hands. Maceiras, not a fan of the fold. Joshi sporting the mushroom shirt. I wonder if he took some before the day started. That would definitely make it into an interesting ride at the poker table.
Raise 1.6.
No more breathing exercises today, Donnie.
No, you know. Daniel Vampin has been eliminated, so.
You know how much I'm playing?
Could see a clash here. Aguilera's got the ace-king in the big blind.
We've seen Payne try to run some serious bluffs. Doubled up Masato Yokosawa on day 7. And we're going to swing on over to the outer table, meaning there is major action to report. We would never just abandon ace-king like that. Let's see what's going on here. Wow, Hutchinson all in and at risk with pocket aces. Jachtmann involved here with 10s, 33 million in the middle. Massive spot here for Hutchinson. Let's see if Dean can find a way to double up. Scotland has everything into balance as we see 3 hearts on the flop. Yeah, Jachtmann telling Israel, I got hearts.
Cannot feel comfortable if you're Hutchinson right now.
Hutchinson is about to throw up at the table. This is a disgusting situation. His ace is at risk of being cracked. 5 on the turn. Jachtmann, 11 outs to send the Scot to the rail.
25% equity.
River card. 4 of spades.
I would have won again.
We have around the same.
Huge double up there for Hutchinson.
Massive double up. Massive double up. Leveling the playing field a bit more here as Jachtmann took a massive stack to table B. And meanwhile, we've arrived on the flop here with 14.2 in the middle.
Yeah, with 14 million in the middle here. I'm assuming this was 3-bet by Aguilera. Call in position from Payne brings us to this flop. Queen 8 deuce, 2 diamonds. No diamonds for either player.
Check.
Aguilera going to slow down here on the flop.
Payne going to do some betting, try and take some control in position in this hand. Small bet here, 3.7 million.
Kind of a tough spot here for Aguilera, especially after committing a decent amount of his stack before the flop by 3-betting. Can you just give up ace-king here, Donnie, or is that too weak of an approach?
Might be too weak. That said, I mean, you don't have any diamonds in your hand. Your opponent can certainly have some of that. It's a tricky spot on the turn and river.
Call.
Wow.
Aguilera does make the call and hits the turn, king of diamonds. Maybe not the specific king he wanted to hit, but nonetheless, a very good card for him. And he comes out firing all of his stack. Look at this. All in, putting Payne to the test. Aguilera has only one big blind more than Payne on this turn as he moves all in here. And the fact that he has not been snap called must be great for him. And it does get through there. Payne gives up the 7s.
Weird bet.
How do you feel about this turn shove, Donnie? Seems very out of character.
No.
I like it.
I don't know. Those spots are so tough.
A little bit different, but I like it.
Denying equity.
So tough, you know.
Of course. There you see the new chips we just talked
I think
about.
he's light, maybe.
A 5 million chip now in play. 5 million, 1 million, 500K, and 100K.
You know?
To
But then
me,
if you called
a
it,
little early
that's
for
the
those
risk.
5 million
It's a
chips.
shitty spot for your hand.
I'd like to see more towers.
It's like the worst hand to have.
jack of diamonds.
Like 10s, you're like, fuck it, ship it.
10 jack with the jack of
Like
diamonds.
5s, you're just folding. You have like the worst. It's like, yeah, those spots are like, that's what makes tournament poker so tough. Those spots are like the nut low. Yeah. Yeah, fold ace king or ace jack or some random bullshit.
Shout out to everyone watching right
Yeah,
now.
Exactly.
Only 2,700 likes.
that's-
We
that-
hit
that's
10,000
standard.
likes on yesterday's stream. We have to beat
Yeah,
that.
those spots are so
We
tough,
have to
though.
beat that today.
Like awkward stack size. Like if you're deeper, it's easy. Deeper, it's easy call.
Come
You
in
know,
under
like
the gun here
if
with
you're
the
like
raise.
that, it's just like
Ace 7 of clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
1.8 million.
What's the 1.8? 1.8. Okay.
Joshi's first involvement today, as we got some FaceTime action on the rail here. Maceiras, as I said earlier, is a total maniac. He's always going to consider all his options, and in this case, he's got a lot of options.
Here we go. 3-bet, the 10-9 off on the button against an under the gun open. Let's go.
This is how you become chip leader in the main event. Weinman probably keenly aware of Maceiras' playing style. They were at the same table for most of yesterday.
Yep. Maceiras here making it 4.6 million to go. This A7 of clubs looks pretty when you're playing 7-handed. Looks a bit less pretty when you just get 3-bet from a guy that covers you and can swiftly take you out of this tournament.
For Maceiras, of course, the investment relatively small to pick up a sizable pot. For Joshi, he knows that any sort of response he has to this could escalate this into a very tough situation for him.
Yes, of course. Also a bit of a power play here from Maceiras. You know, we haven't seen Joshi really get involved, and then the first time that he does get involved, the chip leader says, you know, sit down, sir. Just sit down over there. This is my table, okay?
9.3.
Oh, let's go, baby.
Look at this.
Joshi not backing down, making it 9.3 million, applying pressure on Maceiras. Donnie, I don't want to speak out of turn here, But I know what Maceiras is capable of. He is going to think about this one.
Joshi makes it 9.3 million, leaves himself 23.1 million behind.
I think you did. I mean, you have 40 bigs? Yeah. I mean, you can either. I just checked off there. I just checked wow. Like, he's not just like, he's smart enough.
Nice move by Joshi no matter what.
He's smart enough to know you're going to bet 100%. So, like, he's going to have a lot of traps.
Is Maceiras thinking, well, even if he has aces, 10-9 is not the worst.
Well, he's probably thinking, these players know my style. They know I like to get aggressive. So they might be doing this sort of thing on the lighter side, which we see here from Joshi. So can I just ultimately come back over the top, ultimately lay down the biggest hammer there is and go all in? Look at this. He's going to call in position.
Baby.
Here we go.
Big pot.
Maceiras makes the call. 20 million chips in the middle.
About a pot-sized bet for Joshi behind. He's not that deep. He's got 23 million. There's 20 in there.
Queen 8-4. One club. Joshi first to act here as Maceiras picks up a gut shot. Absolutely massive pot developing here.
Might be a tricky spot here for Joshi to navigate. Maceiras probably doesn't totally hate that flop. I know he missed, but still has the gutter ball to a straight.
Check.
Oh, bombs away from Spain. I can already sense it. Donnie, if you're Joshi, you're likely to continue all your value hands, right? Giving Maceiras a chance to just put it in.
Yeah, I mean, you might want to check the sets of queens, you know, stuff like that. But most value, the aces, the kings. I mean, you might even be checking aces here sometimes, just because your hand is a bit less vulnerable. Maybe even kings at times. I think you certainly continue with any pair of queens. You know, ace, queen. Maybe if you have a king, queen here as well. Maceiras has some options here. You know, he can bet. He could put maximum pressure on Joshi. He could also just check behind and try and realize that equity with the straight draw. We can also see that his 10 and 9 are good as well.
So if he moves all in here, the only hands he's getting snap called by are aces, kings, and queens?
Yeah, I mean, if you figure that those are the only hands he's probably checking.
Check.
Is Joshi. Check back here from Maceiras. Queen on the turn, pairs the board.
Donnie, from Joshi's perspective, what range are you assigning to Maceiras here?
I mean, he can have anything. I mean, I think it's probably pretty fair to put him on kind of a hand like he has, maybe of the suited variety though, maybe a Jack 10 as well. If you're Maceiras here, I think Joshi's hand looks like Jacks at times.
I mean, Jacks, ace, king.
It's going to be hard, I think, to get Joshi off those types of hands if that's what you put him on, because that queen on the turn pairs the board. So it might be another check back here for Maceiras, again, trying to just realize that equity that he has. But we've certainly seen him get created, and you know, it's not out of the realm of possibility that Maceiras tries to take this one down with a bet right now. So very, very interesting hand here.
Maceiras knows that he can't win this hand by checking, but also probably worried that he's getting trapped here.
Yeah, but you know, he also can't win it by checking right now, you know, but he also still has equity that he could realize on the river. But he's going to come with a bet here. Looks like 6 million.
So 6 million into 20. Joshi has 23 million left right now. This is just a headache.
It is a headache, and you know, the headache hurts even more when you think about what's going to happen on the river should you call here. You're likely going to be put in another tough spot against Maceiras, so are you prepared to call it off twice?
He lets it go, and Juan Maceiras takes it down. Show it, please, sir. Come on, show your cards.
Otro más. Otro más. Aire de la montaña otra vez. Me valían todas las jotas.
The power of the big stack there from Maceiras. We know this guy can get aggressive. We know he can be creative. Both of that was on display right there.
Alec Torelli, a current short stack. 11 big blinds. He's got to get it in soon.
Yeah. Feels like ace-jack with a diamond. That's like really. Ace-jack with a diamond is like, feels like that a lot. But what are you going to do? Call him be 50-50. Yeah, just like hope to 50-50.
Torelli and Payne still talking about that hand when Aguilera jammed the turn, turning the pair of kings.
Speaking of kings, pocket kings here for Payne.
Oh yes, min raise 1.6 million.
Oh my
Pocket
God!
Queens, okay.
Oh, don't do it to this man. Kings versus queens, what a cooler.
And Payne isn't super deep, 25 big blinds or so. So I would expect the money gets in between these two.
18 behind, yeah.
Aguilera's interest peaked, of course, as he is looking to make as much as possible from his pocket queens.
Raise 4.5 million.
4.5 million. Oh, no way! Jacks for Weinman? Are you joking?
This is insane.
Oh my God.
14 players left in the WSOP main event, and it's kings, queens, and jacks.
Take a photo of the screen right now, because we might see some serious fireworks. Weinman with a massive decision, Donnie. Give us some options here.
Yeah, Weinman's working with about 35 big blinds. I mean, I think he's just cooled off here. I can't see this not going in. I think the dynamics at the table, the dynamics of these players would lead Weinman to ultimately decide on ripping this in. We can see he's behind not just one of his opponents, but both of his opponents. But, I mean, can you really fault him? We know how aggressive Payne can be. We certainly know Aguilera can pick up the aggression as well, especially when he's 3-betting a player like Payne.
I mean, what, 35 big blinds for Weinman here, Donnie?
Yes.
That is the face of a man who does not want to get involved.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, it's painful just to look down and see two jacks here. It's absolutely painful. You know there are times when you're going to have the best hand. You know there are also times when you put your money in here and you're going to get snapped off. It's just a really bad spot.
Is Daniel Weinman on the brink of making...
All in.
Oh, he moves all in. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. Action back on Payne with pocket kings, and he doesn't look happy.
Well, I mean, I think he ultimately goes with this, but I mean, it's 3-bet and then jam behind you. I mean, I probably got a pretty bad feeling in your stomach. He's going to put the chips in.
Wow. Oh, Aguilera. And Weinman knows what's up. The fact that Aguilera doesn't snap fold. Weinman must be feeling sick right now. The man from Atlanta, Georgia, probably expecting to be all in versus one player, but now potentially up against two players.
Wow.
Big spot.
Oh, he's in there as well. Here we go.
Oh, wow. He made the call.
Wow. Good luck, buddy.
Three-way all-in.
Good luck.
14 players left in the WSOP main
Got it
event.
in good, man.
Payne with the best of it right now.
Aguilera has both players covered.
People are out. A queen or a jack comes.
There's also Remko, $105,000 pay jump on the line right now. Because 14 players left, 2 players are all in. So,
oh my
should be some
God.
accounting to do after this is all done.
Daniel Weinman, sick to his stomach. Weinman needs a jack. He's all in versus
call there.
Aguilera.
He did it right. 100% call.
Just make it fun.
Weinman does have
with
Payne
3 clubs on
covered.
the ball.
Yeah.
Interesting dynamics
Just
here.
make it fun.
Juan Maceiras is rooting for a king and 3 clubs.
10-9.
Well, Weinman has no suits.
This is awesome.
Makes it even worse for him.
Wow, what a sweat.
This is awesome.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
Oh, man. This is beautiful, man.
60 million in the main pot, 19 million on the side. The side pot is between Weinman and Aguilera.
Here comes the flop.
Oh.
Ace, 4,
Huge
7,
no-
2 hearts. No flushes in this hand. I mean, if you love the main event, this is what it's all
If no
about.
jack comes, we lose a player. If a queen comes, we lose 2.
Jack on the turn! Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, look at Weinman. He can't believe it.
Oh my God.
Someone get this man a medic. Daniel Weinman is about to fall over. Maximum pain.
The heart doesn't matter either.
There's no hearts. Will this hand go down as one of the most epic hands in main event history? River card is a blank. Daniel Weinman
tournament now. They're all
practically triples up.
Dan, do you cover him?
Payne eliminated.
No,
Aguilera crippled.
Nice meeting you.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing here.
No,
Weinman all the way up to 80 million in chips now.
3-way all in.
Hugs for Josh Payne there as he goes out in 14th place, $430,000. What a hand. Oh my.
Yeah, you too, man.
That's also the worst result for Aguilera because the hand that beat him was Weinman's, who was available for all the pots.
Oh my.
It's bad. It's really bad.
That is disgusting. And
spot,
Payne's
buddy.
tournament
Big spot.
ends by the hands of Daniel Weinman.
Fuck, bro. You shift jacks and fucking get there.
25.
Oh, it's so sick.
I have never seen Daniel Weinman show this much emotion as he high-fived Sean Deep on the rail there.
So many options.
Right, but like, what if you just folded and then like
goes way too wide.
would have got there? Like, dude, wow.
Like his 3-bet call range is ace.
Wow, that's sick. Nice hand.
It's very easy to overdo it from my
Nice
part,
hand.
but
And we are saying goodbye to Josh Payne at this point on day 8 of the World Series of Poker main event. You've had such a roller coaster, so many dynamic moments all the way through. What are you going to take away from this experience?
Just enjoyed it. It was crazy. I mean, it's crazy that it's over. I had a lot of fun. But glad Daniel won. That's awesome for him. He's a friend of mine. I hope he takes all of it. Just wishing everyone else the best of luck.
Can you talk to me about the emotion that you must be feeling when you see that flop and then the turn?
I mean, glad it was a jack and not a queen. I can say that for sure. I would much rather see Daniel win than anyone else. I mean, yeah, it sucks. It's heartbreaking, but it happens. It's poker.
It felt like you really lived this whole experience kind of to the fullest. You've got a lot of friends here as well. Is there anything that you would change, or is this really the perfect thing for you?
Just not dump off as many chips yesterday. You know, I mean, I got caught bluffing in a few spots. Not great. I mean, I really regret the spots, but I don't know.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
I saw the Kings and I was just like, holy shit, bro.
Heartbreak for Payne there.
He went like this.
Pay jump now as well.
Huh?
Payne takes home $430K. The remaining 13 now guaranteed $535,000. Donnie, all of a sudden,
I think he was more shocked than anything.
do we have a new favorite in the building? Weinman with position on Maceiras. Like, all of a sudden, things are looking extremely good for this guy.
His chances have absolutely skyrocketed with that hand, of course, getting one step closer to the final table by knocking out Josh Payne as well. You mentioned the positional advantage that he'll have for most of the day on Maceiras. Absolutely wild proceedings, Remko.
I mean, if you're Weinman, excuse me, you're going to have to take a few minutes here to just recompose yourself. Like,
go check your pants.
I mean, holy shit. I cannot believe what is happening.
It's not fun anymore when that happens for me.
It's the main event, baby. Let's go.
The main event indeed. Swinging over to table B here. Let's have a look. Hutchinson 3-betting with queens. Action back on Walton, who 4-bet to 8.6 million with fives. Donnie, we're not trying to limp to the final table here. We're trying to make some chips.
Yeah, and this must have been opened from someone else at the table because of the positions. Hutchinson is on the button, and then Walton is out of the small blind.
Oh,
I really
man.
wish they would change it, just so, like.
So this is a cold 4-bet from Walton.
By the way, 5 minutes left on our preview stream. Let's hit 7,500 likes on the video. We'll go for one more hour as we try to get closer and closer to that final table. Give us some love. Like this video. Subscribe to our channel. Let us know in the chat who you're rooting for. Let's have some fun. Let's party. This is the main event.
We know Walton's ready to party. Look at this. The cold 4 with the pocket 5s. This guy's ready to go.
Maybe he sold some action on Poker Stake, Donnie. Shout out pocket 5s.
Here comes Hutchinson. Just about all in.
Walton realizing that this move did not work. But of course, maximum pressure. It's the main event. Before you know it, this guy is ace-queen and just throws it in the muck.
You open that pot? Or you open?
What an absolute blast this has already been. You guys in the chat have been incredible.
I was happy about my page jam. So
Just a reminder,
I wish I just called.
Lon McCarron, Norman Chad, Maria Ho, doing the commentary on PokerGO.com.
It's on you, man.
Myself, Remko Rinkema, Donnie Peters. You can find us on Twitter as well. Happy to provide you
Give him the RFID a chance.
with some of this coverage.
Like his focus,
I cannot stop thinking about what must be going through Daniel Weinman's head right now. Hutchinson now with the 5s instead of Walton. Jachtmann, Donnie, has taken quite a hit here early on.
Yeah, taking a hit, but he is still very healthy.
Lewis has been chipping up, started the day with 50 million, now up to 61 million. Clearly picking up some small pots here.
Yeah, Lewis sporting the anti-cancer hat, cause I'm pretty sure we can all get behind. That hat is from the inspiration of PGA Tour golfer Joel Dahman, who was a cancer survivor himself, I believe, and started that campaign to raise awareness and hopefully end the terrible disease.
$1.4 million from Hutch here. Lewis makes the call after having flopped an ace. Deuce pairs on the turn, also bringing the 3rd spade. No spades to go around here. Lewis clearly looking to get the showdown here, hoping that maybe he can win some chips from inferior hands bluffing, but he's not looking to balloon up this pot.
No real need to bloat this pot at all. Good turn card for Lewis, though. I know it does bring a 3rd spade, but probably pretty unlikely that your opponent has a deuce in his range, and just makes it all the more likely that your hand is pretty good here and you can get the showdown. Check on the turn. We'll see how he wants to proceed on this river.
After all the madness we just saw, we're all coming back to earth in a bit of a smaller pot here. Check, check. Lewis gets the result he was looking for. His pair of aces is going to take this one down. He's now up to 65 million almost. We got a row of competitive stacks here at this table. Not a single pot is going to be an easy winner as we look at our main event by the numbers at the start of day 8. Biggest stack for the first time, I believe, below 200 big blinds, 135. 15 players remaining. 0 main event champions left in the field. That's been the case for quite a while. All right, we're going to extend our coverage for one more hour here on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. But then, if you want to watch the conclusion, of course, you got to head on over to PokerGO.com. By the way, if you're new to PokerGO, we have a really sick promotion right now. Use DREAM30 as your promo code for the annual subscription. That brings it down to $5.80 per month. And that automatically enters you into a raffle that gives you a chance to win a seat into a $1 million free roll tournament. That tournament is in Las Vegas in December at our PokerGO studio. If you win your seat, you can tell Donnie and I face to face how we are your favorite poker commentators.
That's right.
And then you get a chance to play against Daniel Negreanu, perhaps Helmuth, Chidwick, Kuhn. $500,000 up top in that event. So go sign up. Use code DREAM30 to save $30 on your annual subscription and for a chance to win your way to Las Vegas. Jones here, involved against Walton. Walton doesn't have the best of it, but does have some outs against top pair. Walton bets 1.5 million. Jones comes with the call. By the way, Donnie, Jones was very, very short when we covered him yesterday at the start of day 7. Was all in numerous times. Managed to claw his way back and is now one of the top contenders.
Oh, yes. Right there in the thick of things. And here facing a 7 million chip bet on the turn from Walton. Walton with that 8-7 of clubs. Still just has 8 high, but a lot of equity with that turn card bringing a second club to the board. Jones, of course, has top pair, jack kicker. Looks like we're going to be swinging over to the other table, though.
Here we go. I'm hearing lots of noise.
Yo ace king y el ochos.
Oh, wow. Maceiras and Joshi involved here. 44 million in the middle.
Same to you.
Joshi at risk with pocket eights.
We had a nice time at the table.
But if you bust, you have to win. I won't accept anything less, okay?
All right.
44 million in the middle here.
Deals being made here as an ace in the window for Maceiras. The rich are about to get richer as our Spanish chip leader is 2 cards away from having 135 million. Joshi from London down to just 2 outs. Can he hit it, or will he be our next player to hit the rail? It is the 5 of hearts. And all of a sudden, Juan Maceiras, 140 million. What an enormous chip lead.
In the pre-your hand. Good game, man. Good luck. Okay, good game, man. It'll be fun. Good game.
Sachin Joshi, 13th place.
What did you
cash
have
for over $500,000.
Got to quickly go back over here. Jones still facing that 7 million chip bet. Action is just all over the place, Remko. This is crazy on both tables.
This is day 8 of the main event.
You want to talk to me?
Other than saying right now, probably not. That'll probably be the last words I say.
Okay, that's fair. That's something. Very interesting.
We've seen a continuous string of big pots here.
Jones does give it up there. Walton gets that one through.
See you later, brother.
Feels like we hardly got to know Joshi at the main feature table to bust in such a
Adam
massive
Walton
coin
came
flip.
in second in chips overall and is the chip leader at this table. And he said to me, this is a dream situation for him, but it feels quite surreal. He should have been out on day 5. He said now this just feels like it's a free roll. So he's just trying to enjoy himself, focus on his hands, and definitely not think about the money.
Walton.
Let me get some money.
Tacoma, Washington. I mean, how can you not think about the money? So much money on the line here. Massive payouts. The final 12 guaranteed $535,000. 11th place, $700K. Unbelievable stuff.
I'll take 18, 17 actually.
2 6-handed tables in play right now. By the way, Pham and Torelli still very short.
Oh, yes.
We could be down to 10 quickly here.
Thank you.
We could be.
If you're enjoying the coverage on YouTube, all you have to do to show us
there.
some love, like this video. Let's get us up
yes.
to 10,000 likes.
Please, sir.
And subscribe to our channel. We could hit 475,000 YouTube subs during this video.
Let's go.
We could do it. We need you guys' support to pull that one off. As Walton continues to get involved here, raising it up to 1.6 million. Lewis with 9s. He's got a few options here, Donnie.
He does have some options. Worth pointing out that we did lose Holzner from this table. He got moved to the other table to balance 6 and 6, and now with 12 left, $535,000 still is what the prize is. But 11th place, Remko, $700,000. So $165,000 pay jump is on the line right now as you see Toby Lewis makes the call against the open from Walton. Now action on Jones on the button with 8-7 of hearts. He's going to get in there as well.
So if you're Lewis here, are you totally fine with getting this multi-way, 3-handed, 4-handed?
I think you're fine. I mean, Lewis is deep enough that he can maneuver. We know Lewis is obviously experienced. I think 9s play pretty well post. I mean, it's not the best hand, but it's also certainly far from the worst hand.
Pham basically looking for very big suited cards or a big pocket pair to get involved there. As Hutchinson calls with King Jack, and here we have it, 4-way action.
Yeah.
Day 8 of the main event.
Almost a family pot.
Queen, 10, deuce. Shout out Dole Brunson. Look at Walton.
Yeah, I mean, Walton's, he's shown, I think yesterday when he ran up his stack and then also today, he's just not going to slow down. At some point, we'll see if we get a Walton and Maceiras clash because that would be a heck of a lot of fun. But here we see him firing this flop with pocket 4s. He was the pre-flop opener, so he's going to continue with that aggression. Not the easiest spot here for Lewis, not the best flop because you also have 2 players still to act. He's going to just give up these 9s.
1.7.
Jones doesn't really connect with this flop at all either. He's going to give it up. Hutchinson, though, he's got the open-ended straight draw, and it is the high end. We obviously know that 2 9s were dead because Lewis had those pocket 9s.
Oh, shit.
Bet is on the smaller side here. Would expect at least a call from Hutchinson. And that is what we're going to get. To the turn we go. Heads up now. 8 on the turn. Walton's 4s still best. But Hutchinson has that open-ended straight draw. His king and jack are also good. Not sure if he knows that those 2 cards are also good, but they are. Check, check here on the turn. Queen of diamonds on the river. So backdoor diamonds do come in. Walton's 2-pair is best. He's got queens and 4s. We'll see if Hutchinson wants to try and take a stab at this one to take it down. Pot's 11 million. Check, check, and Walton's going to take it.
Wow. Great little way to take this one down.
And there's that little fist bump.
I mean, if that's your signature move, your rail better have some sort of air horn. Pocket
That
force.
reminds me when we used to drive down the highway.
Yeah.
You know, you used to drive by the semi-truck and like, Mom, slow down, slow down. And then the truck driver would pull the horn. That's what we need. We need a truck horn.
We need a truck horn.
Okay. So on the puck.
Oh boy.
The puck, not at the table, definitely.
I'm sorry for that, but just saying it's the first time you're saying to me. But
no, I said
okay.
it to everybody at the
Okay,
beginning.
but this is what I'm saying is the first time.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe the first time
Sorry
you
for
heard
that.
That's
Sorry
no
for
problem.
that.
No problem. Just off the puck, please.
I believe this is in reference to perhaps Maceiras and Aguilera exchanging a few words in Spanish. It's English only at the table.
You heard the floorman there say off the puck, which is the upper part of the stage there. There's like a little step up that you have to go onto, the platform. You guys can kind of see it there around the outer area, so have to go walk off, step down, and you can have your conversations if you want.
Also, we saw a graphic saying Maceiras 23% of all the chips in play.
Well, he's got 140 million, Remko. I mean, I thought about it overnight and driving in today. I said, you know what? Maceiras could go into the final table with over 200 million. I mean, he plays the style that could get that done.
Absolutely. Now hearing that it's in regard to the phones being used at the table. So
Okay.
no Spanish was being spoken. It's about the phone at the table.
Got it. Makes sense.
Which wasn't really enforced on prior days. I've seen Torelli taking notes on his phone. He said earlier he's writing out every single hand that he plays. Prydryk here, ace-deuce, raising it up. Torelli in the small blind. Ace-3 offsuit. Torelli hanging on for dear life here with only 9.3 million left. He's probably as worried about Prydryk's raise as he is about Maceiras' big stack in the big blind. The rail swelling with every orbit. Tons of people out trying to catch the action. We see Josh Payne in the background watching as well. Torelli lets it go. Maceiras, king 5 off. I mean, if you're Maceiras at this very point in the tournament,
The water, they don't want to.
are you just looking to really ramp things up aggression-wise because you know that this pay jump is so massive?
Yeah, of course. And this is a great 3-bet spot for him. He's got a pretty perfect hand to do it. That king 5 off, you know, that king plays as a decent blocker to a lot of premiums that your opponent can be holding. Also, Prydryk has the type of stack that Maceiras is going to want to abuse. Those more middling stacks, you know. I think it helps make the case if you're Maceiras here, where Prydryk is, you know, he's looking at Holzner's got 6.8 million. He's looking at Torelli's got 9.7 million. These guys are super short. There's a lot of money at stake. There's big pay jumps on the line. Do you really want to play a huge pot with the chip leader, with an aggressive chip leader, with these short stacks also at the table, likely to go out, you know, next or very soon?
And there it is. Aggression rules the world once again. Prydryk lets go of his ace-deuce, and Maceiras chips up to 142 million chips. All right, let's check in with Jeff Platt, who spoke to Sachin Joshi about his run in the main event.
Well, Sach, what a run, what a ride. How would you sum up this overall experience?
It's been really fun. You know, I'm happy with my result. It's never nice busting a tournament, but it's by far the biggest catch to date, and so I'm pretty happy actually.
What's the reaction been like with family, with friends back home sweating you?
It's been incredible. I think every single poker player that I know has messaged me, congratulating me, rooting me on. So the outpour of support has been really, really nice. I feel really grateful for that.
And finally, Sach, does this add to your motivation to just full-on dive into the poker world?
Absolutely, yeah. Tournaments have been a ton of fun. My third time in Vegas. The other 2 times didn't have any success, so hoping to keep the wave going and keep playing and see what happens.
Appreciate the time. Congratulations on a great run.
Thanks, Jeff.
Guys.
Shout out to Jeff Platt taking the conservative approach, talking to players after they've been eliminated. Here's a look at our recent eliminations. Lost our last Indian player late last night, Anibarn Das in 16th place. Andrei Patachuk, one of the 2 remaining Ukrainians up until his bust out in 17th place. Look at this. A walk for Aguilera.
Big hand?
One ace.
I feel as though Maceiras is all in
I cannot
there
see the other
with the
one.
majority
You
of
only
his
looked
range.
at one?
Huh?
You only looked at one? And you saw an ace?
But if I see I prefer to think it's
Yeah, you're right.
not another ace.
You can only
Why
be
you just
tilted.
never look.
You can't be happy. Yeah, you're right. It's smart. Smart.
Nothing to win.
Holzner now at this table. Haven't seen him in action yet, but 6.8 million for him. 9.3 for Torelli. And then we have Pham on the other table, I think right around 8 million as well. 3 short stacks, and we only need to lose 3 more players, and the day is done.
Yep. Might see Holzner here put this in. Ace-5 of diamonds. I know it's, you know, you don't want to be all in with $165,000 pay jump at risk here. That's a huge chunk of change, but when you're this short, Ace-5 of diamonds just might be good enough to get their money in here.
Please know that once the final table of 9 is reached, there will be a day off for the players tomorrow on Saturday. The final table played on Sunday and Monday. I believe the goal is to play from 9 down to 4 on the first day, and then from 4 down to a final table on Monday night.
Holzner electing to give that up.
Would you have shoved, Donnie?
I don't know, man. Listen, it's a lot easier to say it from the booth when you're not there, this close to the WSOP Main Event final table, this much money at stake, and the pay jump that is also on the line.
The pay jump right now, $165,000. 3 short stacks at this table, 1 at the other table, and Aguilera is going to go for it. Only 1 player to get through. I mean, Daniel Weinman can't lose. Might as well get in there with 6-4 suited.
I do want to hear.
If you're just tuning in, my name is Remko Rinkema. Donnie Peters alongside me.
Not a good one.
Providing you some preview coverage of our full stream. But you might get lucky because
low days.
we only need to lose a few more players.
Tough spot.
Tough spot.
Current
Yeah,
payout.
for sure.
An average home in
get
Fort
it.
Lauderdale. I think I'd rather take it all to the casino, Donnie, than live in Fort Lauderdale. Is it a nice place to live?
Yeah, I mean, I like Fort Lauderdale. I think it's a nice area. Could do without the humidity, but...
What about the Gators?
I don't think there's a ton of Gators in Fort Lauderdale. I mean, they might be around at times, but...
Holzner.
This ain't the swamp of Florida. This is southern Florida, South Florida.
Holzner, King 8 suited. Of course, potentially also taking his time, being aware of the fact that Pham on the other table is very short as well.
Yeah, all the players probably know or have a good idea of the stacks, but Holzner especially because he just came from that table 5-10 minutes ago. So he knows that Pham is still over there pretty short.
First time in YouTube history that we've hit 60,000 concurrent viewers. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
To be honest, I'm a little bit surprised that Maceiras isn't just pedal to the floor right now. I mean, there's 3 short stacks at his table. he can really just start picking up chips. Or maybe he just recognizes that his image is kind of a little bit blown up right now, so he just wants to take some time off, and then he'll get back to it soon.
Weinman just going to limp here on Prydryk's big blind. Prydryk happy to take a flop with Jack 3 off.
Prydryk with maybe the most disinterested check I've ever seen from him in this tournament. Just kind of pushed his chips aside. Like, I have Jack 3 off. Like, can you just take these from me?
Do you think Daniel Weinman's heart rate has come down yet? We're now sort of 4 hands since the biggest hand of his life.
Maybe a little bit, but it's probably not down to baseline.
I just want to put this out here, Donnie. On the scale of main event hands, including Joseph Chong's blow-up, the Matt Affleck drama versus Jonathan Duhamel, this Daniel Weinman hand is going to rank right up there with those.
Oh, it's up there. And we might be going to another exciting one because we're swinging back over to this outer table.
Table B action underway. Jachtmann with aces. Walton again involved, betting $14.4 million.
Walton is a blast.
You don't want to hear them go to if you fold again.
You mean that's why I call? Because I don't want to hear that?
What? That's the only.
You mean it's even worse when I call and make a bigger cheer?
Well, the only chance you don't hear a cheer
is if
you call.
But maybe I hear a cheer of my rail.
No. If you fold, you auto lose. But if you call, it's 50-50.
I mean, that's a really good speech
from Walton. 50-50, I have no idea. You might have nothing. Or you might just think you're good with 2 pair, but you're not. But I don't think I can fold this. I just want to make sure I don't make...
Love me some table talk here between Jachtmann and Walton. The call is made. Guten Abend, Deutschland.
Nothing.
Jan-Peter Jachtmann is going to rake in a huge one.
Nothing. Cheer. Where's the cheer? So.
Good trap. Good trap.
Jachtmann back up to 68 million. Stacks evening out here.
Try to talk me out, man. I played 25 years. I don't. As soon as I try to call, you say, oh, something. It was easy. Now it was easier for me to call. I mean, but I can't afford.
Yeah,
it doesn't change. I don't change.
Aces, I wouldn't even have wasted my words.
I was going to say, Remko.
You tried.
Jachtmann, live high stakes cash game player, probably the person I would not want to be talking to.
Well, then it was a bad bet. I was trying to get jacks to fold,
okay.
Not aces to fold. When you said you can beat 2 pair, I was like, oh, I'm definitely not going to beat chips.
I have top 2 pairs.
Jachtmann, winner of 1 bracelet, the 2012, 10K PLO. Owner of the German poker news website, hogepokert.de. Action now on Jones in the small blind, facing the shortest stack in the room. He just moves all in.
Huh? First card's very bad? That's good for me. Oh, no bueno.
Super interesting dynamic now. You got the 3 short stacks on the other table. You got Pham the short over here. $165,000 pay jump on the line with 12 players remaining.
Donnie, we're doing a tightrope dance right now. Not only for the pay jump, but also for a spot at the final table.
Oh, yes.
Because one of these short stacks is going to make the final table.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
Walton, meanwhile, has been in full blaster mode and is still the chip leader here with 70 million.
I wonder if losing that pot there to Jachtmann is going to slow Walton down a little bit. Be like, okay, I need to just kind of rein it in a little bit here.
Look at this, 10,000 likes coming up on the video. Who's going to be number 10,000? Smash it. Let's go. Lewis raising it up to 1.6 million. Jones with ace-10 suited. With these stacks as deep as they are, you can really apply a lot of pressure, but you can also cause a lot of headaches for yourself.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think this is a good spot to put in a 3-bet. Put some of that pressure.
Raise.
There it is. 5 million from Jones. Well done. Good recognition here.
Pressure coming.
You know how much you start with? No. Just pray, yeah, just thanks.
That's a great answer.
I mean, he's probably being honest.
57 total. Thank you.
I can help you counting if you want.
No, it's too tiring to count.
Action is on Lewis, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think Hutchinson did fold that 9 deuces spades.
Yeah, you trapped me good. I was like, well, I can't not go for it here.
You have to also keep in mind, of course, these players have been battling against each other for many, many days. Some might have a lot of history. Some might have a little. By the looks of it, Walton and Jachtmann had not been playing together a whole bunch.
Wouldn't rule out a 4-bet here from Lewis.
I mean, as you always like to say, he's got blockers versus ace-king, ace-queen, kings and queens.
And I think you'd rather be 4-betting the king-queen off versus a king-queen suited. King-queen suited, probably more apt to just call here.
12 million.
Had no hand, no
Oh, there it is. There it is. 12 million from Lewis. I was just about to ask you about sizing. How do you like this 12 million, Donnie?
I mean, you're putting your opponent to a test. I think it's going to be hard for Jones to be able to continue here. He can, you know, he has, I think, enough of a hand if you think Lewis is getting out of line. That said, you want to play a 25 million chip pot right now with the shorter stacks that are out there?
Jones potentially creating a bit of a headache here for himself, unless, of course, he has that history with Lewis, knowing, like, Donnie, let me ask you this straight up. If you know Lewis is capable of making a big move, is this the time to take a stand, or is it just too risky?
It's too risky with the short stacks that are available. I mean, listen, this is, I feel like, kind of one of those hands where you just tap the table and say, nice hand, sir, to your opponent. I mean, Lewis has the capability to be able to come with the 4-bet here with an inferior hand, and it just puts you in a really tough spot. I mean, Jones is sitting there across from Pham, who has 6 big blinds. I mean, the chance that Lewis has a hand here, do you really just want to go nuts with the ace-10 of clubs? I mean, it's just a super tricky spot.
But you're turning it into a leveling war, too, because Lewis knows that I know that he knows that I know. Like, this can go back and forth forever. Lewis applying the pressure, 12 million.
This is where experience greatly comes into play. You know, Lewis, while not necessarily on the stage that is this WSOP main event with 12 left, has been on plenty of big stages before, playing for huge sums of money. So a little bit more caution to the wind for him, and he does.
Can you just break that black one down for me?
Okay, Jones makes the call. I thought he was going to fold there.
Lewis trying to see what he's up against chip-wise as Jones makes the call in position. 7-4-6 on the flop here. 26 million chips in the middle. Look at the top of your screen. Pham only has 4.8 million, and these men are playing an absolutely enormous pot. If you're Lewis or Donnie, is this the type of texture you want to continue on?
I don't know. I mean, do you think your opponent's going to be flatting here with, you know, the ace queens of the world? Something that you're kind of getting in the way of with your king queen holding. I know you don't necessarily want to play the biggest pot right now, but wouldn't Jones just be kind of shutting this down by going all in with, you know, the aces, kings, queens of the world?
Lewis does decide to check. Is Jones in a case of far ahead or far behind, or is he still worried about the ace jack, ace queen, ace king type hands? And then if that's the case, why are you calling pre-flop?
Yeah, I mean, I think Lewis could have some overpairs here.
Now, how does Lewis's assessment of Jones's range change if he decides to check behind?
I mean, I think it can be kind of similar to what he would put him on pre-flop. I mean, I don't think you're gonna like. He's probably gonna check back an ace, king, ace, queen here if that's how he plays it pre-flop. Checking back hands like he has.
We see the biggest card possible on the turn that doesn't pair either player.
I mean, this is just great theater. It's awesome.
Are they both equally scared of the jack, or does this favor someone?
I'm kind of indifferent to it personally.
Chat, how much should Toby Lewis bet here?
Check.
Personally, I'm leaning towards a small bet, but I'm clueless because Toby Lewis already checked. Lewis, of course, has to know that he needs to bet if he wants to win this hand. Now, if you're Jones, are you thinking the same? Because you're going to expect Lewis to have a lot of those high ace combinations. And here he comes with 7.5 million. Jones going after the jack here on the turn. At this point, if you're Lewis, it's going to be really expensive to make a move here. I'm always rooting for maximum drama, but in this case, we might just have to give up here, Donnie.
He is going to give it up. Look at that.
Lewis
Jones
lets
gets
it go.
done.
Yeah, Jones gets it done and up to 75 million. Lewis now back down to exactly what he started with, which was 50 million chips. Let's head on over to table A as we look at our PGT Dream Seed promotion. All you have to do is be an annual subscriber to PokerGo, and you're automatically entered into a raffle for a chance to win a seat in our $1 million free roll poker tournament in December in Las Vegas. Join now or upgrade your subscription and give yourself a chance to play a $1 million free roll in Las Vegas. All right, action folded over to Aguilera in the small blind, Queen Jack offsuit. Can only imagine he's going to stick this in here. Aguilera taking his time. Wow. Donnie.
Gives it up.
7-3 suited for Weinman. Takes it down. Weinman, by the way, has chipped up while we were gone to 82 million, meaning he's picked up the blinds perhaps twice, maybe won a small 3-bet pot. Weinman in an incredible position.
Honestly, I thought it
to
would be
really
more stressful than it is.
Gun
I'm
for
really
top
enjoying
4.
myself and having fun. I have zero stress.
7 big blinds is very easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not my, not a 7 big blind fucking expert over here.
It's so easy. You just
Holzner here is working with 6 big blinds.
And win. First part's hard.
He's under the gun
Third
here.
part's easy. Winning's easy for me, but the getting the high end, I have to wait for that. 7 big blind expert over here. It's my claim to fame.
Holzner and Torelli duking it out for who can be the shortest stack to survive here. Torelli with a slight edge as the blinds come back around to Holzner before they come to him. Maceiras has sort of been shutting things down as of recently, but he can go to lunch, you know, maybe have steak and lobster, make his way to the final table without playing a single hand. Aguilera here going up against 2 large stacks in the blinds. Finds Jack 10 offsuit. Donnie, Aguilera is the most handcuffed player right now because of how short Holzner and Torelli are.
Yeah, he's short, and then he's got 2 people very short at the table, and also Pham at the other table. So extremely handcuffed if you are Aguilera.
Ace queen.
To be honest, Remko, I'm a little bit surprised we're not seeing more tanking out of these short stacks. I don't think they're hand for hand right now on this pay jump. So, like, Holzner there under the gun, I'm surprised he just didn't take 5 minutes until the clock was called on it.
Tira de una que es Olin, pero no. Tira de una de las que es Olin, pero no tiene un cuatro.
Jose Aguilera told me this experience has been so full of adrenaline for him. 2 tables left in the main event. He said he's been watching poker on TV, and the World Series in particular, since he was a teenager. He said you watch those shows and you think you understand what it's going to be like, but then you get here and it's so different. Playing day by day, getting to see behind the scenes. He said being a part of this now is so incredible.
Can you open fold?
¿Habéis quitado las cartas?
Yeah, but that means the
You
energy's
take my
changing.
cards.
Yeah, you weren't at your seat.
Energy's definitely just changed. He wasn't at his seat. I had the exact same 2 cards. That's it.
I mean, that's the rule, so you got to be at your
But this is not the outer tables. That's not.
I didn't even see you. I would have said something. I didn't even see you, bro. I'm sorry.
We are playing for a lot of money. Man, like, you cannot take my cards. I know I'm not in my seat, but I'm in the right place. Like.
You're way over there.
Psst.
2 million.
Yo la verdad no me di cuenta de avisarte, Agui. No me di cuenta.
Joder. But you cannot do that. Like, you are showing me there. Call the floor, please. Like, I know the rules, but I talked with him the other day.
So Aguilera there was off talking to his rail, and they killed his hand after dealing it because he wasn't at the table.
I pitched the cards. He's standing over there after I pitched the cards. He's over by the rail, so I marked his hand. No, he was over by the rail, right?
Yeah, you got to be at your seat. At least a hand length away.
Yeah, but it's not the outer tables. It's 2 tables left of the main event. I'm not pinned or something like that.
It's day 7. You need to know the rules, man.
Sorry?
Yeah, we're
day
on
8.
yeah.
Day 8 of the main event.
Yeah, but it's a dead end. You got to be at the table. At least a hand length away.
But you know, there are some rules that has to be obeyed. Huh?
We can speak about it if you want.
There is some rules that has to be obeyed, but this is like, I don't know how to say in English. It's like, it's like so intuitive. Like, if the dealer saw me there and I'm playing for 12 million, he can say, "Hey, it's your turn," or I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not our responsibility to call you. So you need to be.
But I'm not out there.
Right,
like.
right.
I think it's a good sign. I had the exact
the other day, they give me the reason. Like, yeah, we didn't do that. We shouldn't do that.
It's no one's responsibility but yourself. So you have to be at the table and listen.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Controversy here. Let us know in the chat. Fair or unfair? Here it is. Replay action of Aguilera talking to his rail. Some strategy discussions with Leo Marquez. And action folding around. And here it is. We see him walking back to the table as his hand has been killed. I mean, you got to be sharp. It's the main event, day 8. No one else but you is responsible for your cards. Do I feel sympathy? Yes. Do I think he's in the right?
Say what?
No.
You left.
Weinman making light of the situation. Aguilera potentially on tilt here. $5,000 votes in our poll, Donnie. 72% says fair. Fair decision by the dealer to kill his hand.
I think you would want to allow them a slight grace period there. Lean to issue them a warning. Say, listen, man, these are the rules. I know you're only 10 feet away. Next time it happens, hand's dead for sure.
I definitely think that if I was a player like Maceiras or Torelli, I would say, hey, man, you know, cards being dealt, that's a courtesy that you see being done many times. Maceiras here raising it up with ace-9, Torelli in the big blind.
What about a call and a check shove?
I would love it. I would love it, actually, yeah. Yeah. If you do that, I think I don't even have to look my second card.
Did you look?
I only look one.
You only looked one?
Yeah, man.
You're such a legend, man. I want to be like you when I grow up. I mean,
you can try.
I know what I want to do, but I also know what the right thing to do is.
You can try. I might fold. You might get surprised, and I might fold.
You have a folding range?
I do have a folding range, 100%. 100%.
I know you're not. I know you're being honest too.
No, actually, I was lying. I was lying. If you show me aces face up, I'm calling.
I know.
I'm calling anyways.
I mean, my goal is to win the main event, but I also know what the right decision to do is, and I actually don't know what I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
You probably have a big hand, I understand.
I don't have a big hand.
Do you have a big hand?
No, but I need to double to win the main event. But at the same time,
do you think it's better to try to double with a good hand?
It's better to double when you have more chips, because then I would have more chips to last longer in the main event. You know what I'm saying?
This might be the time. You can try the shot here.
You think it's the time?
Yeah. We can try the shot. I've been running bad, so you're probably gonna beat me.
Donnie, is this some elaborate time-wasting scheme by Torelli? What is going on here? He has queen-9 offsuit.
What's the page up? Like 100?
I was asking the same. I don't know.
Nothing for you.
I'm going to regret more not winning the main event, right? You want me to bust, so you want me to go all in.
Okay.
I'm having fun with you.
I don't. I mean, it's not, I don't want to sound arrogant, like I don't care about the pay jump, but like, you know.
You don't care about the pay jump?
I really care about winning the main event.
Even me is looking at the pay jump.
It's a 6 spot, you know. You have to. A lot of times, the universe gives you like a lot of opportunities to decide what's important in life, and this is one of those moments. Don't know what I want to do. I don't even know if it's the right thing to go all in, even if I want to win the main event, because I haven't actually studied the spot. I know it sounds like a small decision, but it's actually kind of like a tough spot for me with this guy so short.
Man, I'm surprised you don't even have a good hand.
I don't have a good hand.
I don't know what to say. This seems like a scheme.
Just think if you're gonna get out of the main event with a hand. That's the only thing.
I know, you're right. I did that the other day. I folded ace-king suited, and I was right.
Well, ace-king could be a good hand.
We had a lot of chips, obviously. I wasn't 5 big blinds. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, take it again.
Torelli with
we can't run it.
with the fold.
What did you have? I only look one ace.
Definitely
Queen
can't
high.
run it.
I don't know which one
I
was
feel
the
like we should be able to run it, just to see what the universe was thinking. You know what I'm saying?
What do you have?
Queen high.
Queen what?
Queen-9.
Suited?
No.
No, man.
I know I'm supposed to fold, but I'm literally trying to win. You don't understand? Like, I'm not trying to get second.
This time is gonna be a better spot because I'm gonna call you blind.
You're gonna call me blind?
Yeah.
All right.
I do.
But you have to understand my priority. Like, I don't want second. I just want to win. So it's like, it gets increasingly harder to win as I get shorter.
What do you have there? 4.4 million?
Yeah, I need some change, please. Thank you.
Hit the like button
Sorry,
if you
guys.
think Torelli was wasting time.
Like tank. I don't want to be obnoxious. I just
playing for a lot of money.
I planned for a lot of things in the main. This wasn't necessarily the spot I studied the most. I mean, I know the spot, but it's not Uh,
It's a small blind.
you're right. That's fair. I will put out the small blind. Yeah.
Raise to 1.6.
I surprisingly still have a really good feeling. It's a
Man,
weird.
I want
it's a
to
weird
call him
thing.
blind. What are you doing?
It's a little dicey.
Weinman raising it up with king 7 suited.
I have to call. How can I
Holzner,
fold?
No, but
king
him,
queen
blind.
off.
Yeah, it's a little dicey.
Oh, sorry, king queen
Starts
suited
to get
on
a
the
little
button.
complicated.
Can't get a word in with this guy.
Is bigger mistake folding?
Bro, I
against
wonder,
you now
I
than-
legitimately wonder what the people at home are thinking. They probably think we're like super bad, right? They probably don't, do they think we're just bad? Or, or you think they understand?
I'm sure the commentators.
The commentators, because it looks really funny, right? When you're tanking for like, with 4 big blinds with queen 9 in the big, and like the chip leader has like 57 million, and we're like talking about fucking the universe and shit. It's like, it looks funny, man.
You're the
But
only person talking
a
about
real
the universe.
Meanwhile, almost 7,000 votes in my poll. 88% think that Torelli is just wasting time. 88%.
I'm having
Never
fun,
seen more
man.
consensus
This
on
is
anything in the universe.
I mean, I can't
here
fault
at
the
the
time
fucking
waste.
No.
You know,
I'm not saying that I don't respect the hustle. I'm just saying that it's very blatant what he's trying to do. If I was on a $160,000 pay jump, I might also try to squeeze that money with such a short stack. And Holzner here is doing the same thing without the speech. Holzner, king queen suited, probably knows he has to go for it, doesn't want to.
This is a horrible spot for Holzner.
But like Holzner is not going to get many more opportunities. The blinds are going to come back around. King queen suited is probably his best shot. By the way, we are at 474,000 subscribers. We're getting really close to 475,000. Subscribe to our channel if you love the action.
I mean, he's just got to put this in here.
And we now have 70,000 people watching.
So not funny.
I believe you
I
have
think
a tough
Holzner
spot.
has to put his money in here, but I also don't think he needs to react super quickly because maybe something happens with Pham at the other table.
It's so weird.
But king queen
So
suited, I just think is too good
This
to
spot?
spade. Sorry,
Yeah.
fold. King queen of spades.
Spades.
Yeah, is too good
It
to
is.
fold
It's very weird.
when you only have 2.8 million in your stack.
It's weird for a lot of reasons.
Yep.
Like if it was an online tournament, it wouldn't be that weird. It'd just be like, I just wouldn't care.
Oh.
I was gonna say, if Holzner wants to
Just waiting
get
for the flop to
really
get it in.
tanky, he
I
could
see.
call or just
I am going
min
to
raise to make it 2.4,
Good luck,
still have
buddy.
chips behind.
I mean,
luck.
calling here is very inviting to get this multi-way. I know that the shove is not going to be intimidating, but isn't this an issue inviting someone like a Maceiras to get involved, or is he always going to call the extra big blinds?
That's why you might want to just make it the 2.4 million, right?
Wow. Maceiras makes the call with 7 deuce of spades. Holzner looking for
Holy shit, I gotta get
a
out of
triple up. Here's the flop. Those cards are sticky today. Ace, ace, 10. Holzner with king, queen. Well ahead here against Weinman and Maceiras.
It's probably pretty fair if you're Weinman to give an ace to Holzner with the way that he was acting pre-flop and then also ultimately putting his money in here. I mean, he's going to have a lot of, you know, ace jack, you know, ace queen, stuff like that, where the money's going in. He might not like to do it because of the pay jump that he's on, but he's got to.
Is Holzner going to get 2 folds here? I don't think so, right?
Or is he going to just check it down and win with the king queen high?
I mean, you don't want Maceiras to hit a miracle deuce to send you out the door. At that point, just stick in the, what is it, 1.8 big blinds? Absolute carnage so far on day 8 of the main event. Please keep in mind, action will continue on PokerGO at the end of this hour. And I think there goes Holzner betting 1.1 million, leaving himself with a single chip behind. Maceiras folding. Weinman thinking of the price, but also probably realizing that
This is so rude, this game.
this is got to be
very
a really
good,
tight range.
Alec Torelli over there. Can't see him on screen right now, but I would guess he for sure.
like
He wants a
8
call and he also wants Holzner to bust. That's what he wants.
Why would you want Weinman with that?
Weinman does have back doors here. There's one heart on the board. Could also come queen jack.
Weinman trying to figure this out, whether he's getting the price.
That looks like a fold face. There
wow. Holzner more than doubling up here.
Backdoor heart.
I mean, 3.5 big blinds, but maneuvered that situation as good as he could have. Now we're swinging back over.
Looking over at table B. Everyone here looking at Pham, who is our short stack. We have action between two different players. Walton and Lewis involved in this hand. Here it is. Deuces for Walton, Lewis with queen 9 of diamonds. A bet of 2 million and a call. Ace on the turn. If you're deuces, you're never happy unless you see a deuce. Wouldn't be surprised if Lewis stabs one more time here. $5,000 votes. 85% thinks that Torelli is not going to make the final table. He's definitely going to need some luck. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's been a roller coaster so far today on day 8 of the main event.
I don't even know if it should be a goal.
Fair enough.
Uh-oh, what do we got going on
really?
here?
I don't even know, really.
I'm ahead.
Oh, Torelli is all in.
Way ahead.
Nice.
3.7 million. Maceiras dominated.
Not this hand, buddy. We're in great shape.
Maceiras looking for an 8. Torelli
ace.
Way ahead here with ace queen.
Sorry, Alec.
I'm winning this one, buddy. I'm very confident.
Torelli supported by his wife on the rail. Needs to have his hand hold up.
Está pinchado, está pinchado. 11 left.
Here's the flop.
Okay, blank.
Deuce,
Good.
6,
Hey,
4. Clean flop for Torelli.
We're in great shape. We have hearts. Heart.
His tournament life is on the line.
Queen of hearts.
Turn card, King of Hearts. Great card for Torelli. Now just 2 outs for Maceiras. The 8 of spades and the 8 of diamonds. Torelli on his way to a big double up here.
Let's go.
River card is the 3 of diamonds. And Torelli is going to get a double up.
Yeah, it's been extremely.
What's wrong?
I'm going to see if we can go hand for hand.
Oh, okay. Was I being obnoxious?
No.
Okay.
No. But the tanking is.
The tanking is extremely.
Right?
Dealer of the year in the box there.
You guys are doing.
I shoved instantly on the button with ace queen.
No, you guys are doing what you should.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't trying to. I'm totally happy.
Is there any chance we can?
I think we should go hand for hand.
The tanking at both tables.
Yeah, it's fair. I could check the cases. Let's do hand for hand. It's just fair to everyone.
Is that a rule?
Alex Torelli with a big double up there.
Because then
9 million chips for him now.
I tanked for a while too. I'm happy to go hand for hand. I want to be fair. Yeah, let's go hand for hand.
The chat is going mental, rooting for an 8 here.
Let's go hand for hand.
Ooh, baby.
I'm not blaming you.
We're fewer than 500
what is
YouTube subs
reasonable
away from hitting
for a pre-flop?
475,000.
I mean, I know we're playing for a lot of money, but
Never thought it'd be possible during the
why?
WSOP.
That seems very fair.
Donnie, should they go hand for hand right now?
Yes.
Okay.
So if I take 10 minutes for every decision, we can go hand for hand? I mean, based on what you said, it just seems the most fair to everybody.
Hand for hand means
I
that
was for it. I
both
think that's
tables
very
will
fair.
play one hand,
I'm
and they'll play the next hand, which means that there's no use in time wasting.
Yeah, I want to be fair to everyone. Yeah, no, I would like hand for hand.
Me too. It's not that.
Yeah.
I would like to vote now, but.
Right.
Honestly, I would
When
not
the pay
act on
jumps
your
get this large.
Yeah, how could you?
When the final table is
If
this
they say
close.
that if we play too
the way
slow,
that the
they'll go
stacks
hand
are
for
set
hand,
up,
let's just not play a hand.
I think hand for hand is certainly fine.
It's unfortunate, but it's like everyone has to do what's in their best interest, given the rules of the game. Yeah. It's like it's a fair thing.
Playing for way too
But
much.
I agree hand for hand would be better.
For them to just say we
You have
can't
to
do
say
it.
like the perfect definition of everything.
It's like the Hunger Games. It's a good movie. You've seen the Hunger Games? They make, you know what I mean? It's like a fucked up incentive dynamic, you know? You can't create those rules and then blame people for the outcome. Yeah, it's stupid.
All right, so we got 4 short stacks right now. Everyone wasting time for that $165,000 pay jump to get down to the final 11. 12 players left in the main event. If you're just tuning in,
9 million.
we're coming up on the end of our preview coverage. We're going to extend for 5 more minutes so you can see the end of the level. Players are going to go on break in less than 10. And then once they hit the break,
Alex,
Donnie and I are going to go
can you
off
get
the
service,
air.
Please? Just water? Yeah, thank you.
If you want to continue watching after the break,
It's a bad rule.
use promo code DREAM30 to get an annual subscription and save
The whole tournament should be hand
$30.
for hand, 2 minutes a hand.
We also
2
have
minutes a hand.
monthly
like they did
and
at the
quarterly
bubble at the
subs
main.
available.
They did it at the bubble with 15:07 left. Pay jump is 10,000.
From the 3
Pay jump here is 170,000.
3 table redraw.
Right. Yeah, 100%. 2 minutes a hand, hand for hand. Yeah. Or maybe not at 3 table, but every time there's a pay jump. Yeah.
I mean, it's sad that that's what poker has come to, but it's just the game these days.
But it's part of the strategy of the game, right? It's a strategy of the game. So when it falls in the rules of strategy, it's ethical. It's like, yeah.
Look, I'm tanking my ass off when I'm short.
I'm not taking because I have nothing.
I understand.
Everyone justifying their plays.
Even if you are tanking with nothing, I mean,
I know
that's expected when you're short here.
Aguilera still has 10 bigs, Donnie.
Oh, maybe big stacks over there.
Really?
Oh, Walton and a call. Now over
Big
on
stacks
table
all
B,
in.
it sounds like.
Yeah.
Where do you see it?
Jan and the kid from here. 2 big stacks.
Oh,
all in
wow.
over there.
Oh, I'm going to tank.
Yeah,
Daniel
take your
Weinman
time.
announcing the all-in on the outer table. That means that we should go on over there.
Wait, maybe.
No, I think it's
Aguilera still in the small blind. Of course, he's not going to act. He's going to fold right here. All right. We should be heading on over to table B right now.
Okay, how much
to see what's going on with that all-in?
And you have what, 5? No, 7?
Absolutely
Fucking
massive
big stack.
pot potentially
I was a little
developing
worried
on table
when
B.
you followed the 5 million. And then the queen hit, and I was like, I am no longer worried.
There's no one all in. What are we talking about?
Talk about a fake out. What was that?
What is Weinman even talking about? Wow. That was funny.
Weinman was acting like it was Jachtmann and Lewis just got the money in for 80 million.
All right, well, anyway, back to the poker action. That was funny.
All right, very easy.
Well, Pham's all in here.
Oh, there it is. Pham all in. That is not a big stack, as opposed to what Weinman just said. A little bit of a fast one there from Daniel Weinman. Pham all in for 2.4 million. He is the shortest stack in the building. Jachtmann in the big blind.
What's that? I mean, we should all call and. I mean, I have to call anyway.
Yeah.
But this is I don't understand. Just tournament play. I mean, this is usually no one would bet then. In this situation,
Have you looked?
I have looked, yeah. Anyway, I call and.
I didn't know if
I
have 7 deuce off.
Yeah, maybe you win.
Yeah, maybe, but I just figured I'd let you do the work.
All right, so here, Pham all in. Not as Weinman said, 2 pick stacks. It is actually the shortest stack in the building.
I want support, you know, it's something. You know what I mean? This is clear.
I understand. I was planning on calling with most cards, but just not.
Was Weinman tricking Aguilera there?
I don't know.
What's that?
I'm kind of surprised to see Pham
I don't mind giving him triple.
8-7 of hearts.
All right, here it is. 9-4 deuce. Pham came into the action needing help.
Did you? Like run like the next.
This is not going to change that. Pham still looking for an 8 or a 7.
Okay.
Turn is the 5 of diamonds, giving him more outs. Pham now with 10 outs once.
Any little one that doesn't pair the board.
I mean, 3 side, full side. Yeah, 3 is no good.
We want to see face cards.
River, let's show it. It is the 4 of diamonds, and Pham is our next player to be eliminated from the main event. Big round of applause for him. He collects $535,000 as we are now down to the final 11, who are all guaranteed $700,000.
Yeah.
We are just
yesterday he had 325,000
2 eliminations away
after being all
from this day being done.
With like less than 27 left.
Oh, so he laddered that much. He like quadrupled his money.
Oh yeah, him.
Jachtmann.
He said he was down to like 1 big.
Yeah, it was
Plus another player.
Or less.
Please know that our coverage on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook is about to be over.
Yeah, that's a good that's a nice comeback.
We're hitting the break real soon. If you are new to PokerGo, please subscribe. Use promo code DREAM30. That makes it $5.80 per month for all our shows. But of course, we also have that monthly plan, $15. Watch the main event final table
1.6
on Sunday and Monday. Keep that in mind. Sunday and Monday. No play on Saturday.
Yeah.
All right, we spotted our 15th place finisher, Jack O'Neill, on the rail. So what is keeping you here? What's keeping you around?
I just want to see how Dean and Toby get on. So yeah, I thought I'll stay and rail them for a bit. But yeah.
What can we expect from this entire British rail? I know you guys can go a little crazy, as we saw late last night.
I mean, I think there'll be a lot of drinking from the others, but we'll see. It'll be quite good.
Now that you've had a little bit of time to reflect, what are you thinking when you look back on your own run in this tournament?
I'm really proud of how I played. I think I just got hit by the deck in the wrong way yesterday, and it just got me down to a short stack. But I'm really happy. I'm sure I'll look back on it and be proud in the future. So yeah.
Great run at it. Appreciate the time. Thank you, Jack.
Thanks.
Jack O'Neill eliminated Walton and Lewis, playing what looks to be our final hand before the break. If you want to follow us on Twitter, at Remko Rinkema, at Donnie_Peters.
Jack.
We love providing this early coverage. But the real pros are over on the other side. Lon McCarron, Norman Shad, Maria Ho, providing commentary on PokerGo.com.
1.3.
Highlights, of course. Highlights are daily on our YouTube channel. If you haven't checked that out yet, just subscribe, hit the notification bell on YouTube. You'll get all the highlights. We totally understand, you know, paywall is not for everyone, but got to make sure to let you all know that the action does continue after this break.
Pull that horn, baby. Let's go.
Exactly. PokerGo.com.
It's important not to make a mistake.
I thought those were 500.
What am I at?
We are on break.
I totally understand.
Tim, what am I at?
It's important.
I can't. I'm too tired still to count.
All right, here it is. Heading to the break. Day 8 of the main event continues on PokerGo.com. Subscribe right now. Sign up to watch the conclusion of Day 8. And, of course, the final table coming at you on Sunday and Monday.
They picked up $62 million yesterday.
I just want to see if you guys can hit